Your buddy back again and blessed again, and because I'm blessed again, I am back again. Um, I need to address this because people were asking questions about it. I'm big on words. I'm very big on words. We speak about death and life and death are in the power of the tongue, and that's a universal law. It's a universal law. Doesn't matter if a person is a pastor or not. It's a universal law. We hear about people talking about speaking things into existence. It's not just a biblical law, a biblical principle. It's a universal law, a universal principle that applies even outside of the Bible. And because I am so big on words in general, not only because of that, because of other things, when I hear people say certain things, I'm like, it's not true. When people are spending their time working their regular 9 to 5 or doing whatever they're doing, I'm in my office or I'm on my phone looking up words. Webster's 1828 dictionary, etymology online, and other sources, studying, educating myself. That's just me. Is it a scam? Well, we got to understand what a scam is. When you go look up the word scam, it's going to tell you a scam is a fraudulent and or deceptive scheme. A fraudulent and or deceptive scheme. It could be fraudulent or it could be deceptive. It also means to deprive by deceit. To deprive by deceit. Are these raffles, are they scams? Yes and no. Yes and no. Pride always comes before the fall of a man. You see the fruit of that everywhere. Our problem, black people, we think we know everything. We think we know everything even when we know stuff. Even though I know a lot of stuff. I know a lot of stuff because I'm afforded the time to sit here and do it. I'm afforded the time to sit here and read. I'm always learning. I don't care if it's a person that I don't necessarily like or a family member. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the homeless person walking on the street, homeless person that I may have a conversation with, a multi-billionaire, because somebody ain't got no money in their pocket. When they're talking, they're just me. I'm listening, I'm learning, and I'm absorbing. And finding out how I can apply the lessons they're giving me from their own life to myself. This is how you grow. Our problem is, with our people, we think we know everything. Even when we know what we know, we think we know everything. I know a lot. I know a lot about business, but guess what? I'm still learning, still growing, always. Always. I don't care if people consider me a guru. He's selling business courses or this or that, whatever. Just saying that. I will still be learning. The world is changing. Different things, different opportunities pop up. And you can learn from these different situations, these different opportunities. Is it a scam? Yes and no. There are certain individuals in this circle that are mostly doing these giveaways right now that are obviously they're doing scams. It's not too hard to figure out. But I will tell you this, not all of them are doing scams. They just don't have it structured the right way. They don't have it structured the right way. And what I believe and know, is that there are certain individuals in that circle. They started out with good intentions and good motives, which most people do. And along the way, along that path, we can veer off the path that we're supposed to be on. But just simply to do things right. I mean, life is not complicated. We make life more complicated than what it is. And the crazy thing is, as a pastor, I don't care what people think about me as a pastor or not. I know how I live my life. I know what I'm doing. What's the difference between an individual saying, "Oh, all these pastors fake," than a white person saying, "I hate all these niggas, all of them like that," because they had a bad experience with some black people? What's the difference? I don't know. I judge people on an individual basis. Now, collectively, we know how black people overall. I know how my people get down. I don't fool a lot of my own people for that reason. And overall, we know collectively how most white people act toward black people. It is what it is. But I'm still going to give a person on an individual basis the opportunity to represent better. Regardless if they give me that opportunity or not. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to represent for my God. I'm going to represent for my people regardless. I don't care what other folks is doing and thinking about me. They can think that, but they're not going to stop anything. I'm not just talking, people may think I'm specifically talking about Real to Real. No. I'm talking about in general. This is how I preach on a regular basis. This is how I preach. I talk real world stuff. So to throw a person in a category because they had bad experiences with most of pastors or whatnot, that's hypocritical. There's no difference between what I just said. No difference. If a person really, if they're in the word, some people don't believe the word. That's your choice. That's your choice. You go believe what you want to believe. I'm going to represent what I represent. I'm not going to apologize for it. But if a person actually believes the Bible and reads the Bible, when they open the Bible up, the Bible tells you and warns you about fake pastors. The very people who were the pastors of the day when Christ was walking the earth, they hated him. So to try to make a point about all y'all fake, or most of y'all fake, when the Bible itself says that, hey, most people that profess to be what we call Christians are fake, the Bible itself says that. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? But going back to that point, there are certain individuals that they started out doing the right thing, and all of them could have started out right. But somewhere along the way, when the numbers started clicking and they saw what other people were making, it went south. It went south. Is it a scam? Yes and no. There are certain individuals that are doing it because they're being deceptive. They are purposely depriving by deceit, and they are mingling themselves. They are mingling themselves amongst the others. That way, hey, if so-and-so get in trouble, then they ain't got to really worry about me. And then if I get in trouble, then I just turn the heat back on them. How do I know these things? Well, I've been around for a little bit, getting kind of old. And I myself was set up by a confidential informant when I was doing stuff I had no business, making and selling counterfeit money. Get fed time for it. So I know a scam when I see a scam. The whole purpose of making and selling counterfeit money is so it can pass for the real thing. According to the government, it's a scam because I'm trying to deprive by deceit. I'm trying to be deceitful. Jail was the best thing that could happen to me. Why? Because I was too smart for my own good. You know what I was making and selling counterfeit money? So I could do the very thing that I'm doing today. Business. I've always been business minded for as long as I can remember. I just didn't have the right guidance in my life to, as we say, focus that energy on something productive. That's what happened to me. A lot of stuff we deal with today, like you got to go on eBay and Amazon, you got to put on these passwords. It was because of people like myself back in the day. And I used to run some scams. I used to run scams for $30,000, $40,000. We making $30,000 in a week, scamming folks, selling stuff that we ain't got on eBay. They were sending the money orders. Had the money orders sent to a address where I knew when I could check the mail. Then when I would get ready to do the money orders, I would have my partner. If he was left-handed, I would have him sign the first name with his opposite hand, and then I would have another partner. If he was right-handed, I would have him sign the last name with his opposite hand. So whatever hand they would sign the name with the opposite hand. That way the signature could not be traced. And we had an account set up and everything. Too smart for my own good. Now just imagine if I had the right guidance, where I would be further ahead than I am now. But as we say, everything happens for a reason. I would be further ahead in being able to help people in more ways that I want to help them. When I'm speaking these things, I'm not speaking it from the perspective of a hater. It's interesting, a person will make accusations against you. I'm not just talking about, real to real. But then when you do the right thing, it's like you get punished for it. We're the real pastors that are standing up and everything. I'm standing up and I'm giving the wisdom, and then I'm being demonized for it. You do the right thing and then people punish you. You do the wrong thing as a pastor, then he was never legit in the first place. Especially as a pastor. We're supposed to get a lot of flack. I'm not really upset with specifically Real to Real in some of the things he said. I'm simply holding him accountable. I'm holding him accountable for the things that he has said and things that he does. I'm not necessarily upset at some of the other stuff that people probably think I was upset about. No. He has a right to be upset because obviously he's had some bad experiences. I'm pretty sure it was somebody personal. It could have been him himself or his mother or a family member. I understand it 100%. 100%. Because, yes, most pastors coming out of the mouth of a pastor himself, most pastors, 99.9% of them, they are fake. They're fake. They pass on a collection plate, as he said. They take up all this money, and they don't really give. Take. If you're going to take, that money's supposed to be taken and then be used to help the people. We don't necessarily see that. I agree with him 100% on that. I agree with him 100%. Now I pray and I hope that he watches this video. Maybe I'll email it to him. I don't know. What I do know is this. Jail is not somewhere you want to be. Been there, done that. Y'all know CJ on 32 is his story. And we have to lead by example. And that's simply all I'm doing. Oh, you ain't got the subscribers, this and that, this and that. I got other stuff going on. I got a whole other channel. I am a pastor, And many people can attest to this fact of how I have, we're going to say, positively touched their lives. Been there for them. And they would tell you that I ain't never robbed them. I ain't never passed around a collection plate. Now, did I give the option of, hey, you want to help with the ministry? You can do that. But I didn't force anybody to give. And even on my website, it specifically says, if you can't give it from your heart, I don't want it. I don't want it. Because a person isn't going to give to this ministry and then try to hold it over my head, talking about I did this, I did that. But you got the wrong one, or I should say you got the right one. I'm living and leading by example. If I be a clout chaser, if a person feels that way, or whatever they may feel about me, I mean, that's their right. But doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it's true. We collectively own multiple properties. So that's why it's called real estate. Real estate, that's what it's called. Didn't pass around a collection plate to do it. Did I have people to help me? Absolutely. We all need help. But me doing what I've been able to do, it was going to be done regardless if people helped or not. I purchased our first land before I even got the other properties. I purchased it with my own money that I worked for. I do want to address this also. People will bring this up and they say, oh, it's not specifically toward me, but I'm just giving my testimony of why I am only addressing them. Why am I more so addressing them? Because they look like me. Plain and simple. They look like me. If a black brother, a black man doesn't address his own people, what are we doing? What are we doing? We already know the world we live in. I'm not saying that all white people is how people say white people are. Just like I'm not saying that all black people are how they say that black people are. But we know the world we live in. There's a great disrespect amongst both what we call races. Races of people. And a lot of black people, they're not going to listen to white people. It's like a lot of white people are not going to listen to black people. So as a black man, I'm speaking to my own people. I'm holding my own people accountable. It's not complicated. But like I said, a lot of us, we think we know it all. And I've been there myself. I've been there myself. But what we must do is we must humble ourselves. We must humble ourselves and stop thinking that everybody is out to get us. Now, obviously, we should be on guard, but that's where discernment comes in at. Being able to really discern if somebody is legit or somebody's fake. I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing. I'm going to continue building and getting this bag, as y'all say. it's funny. Oh, you're a pastor. You can't get that bag. No, who said that? The Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. I don't love money. Money is a tool. It's a very powerful tool in this world we live in. But so are words. Words are very powerful. So I'm going to continue to get this bag and take that money and reinvest it and reinvest it and reinvest it and reinvest it until, I have the substantial amount to do some other things that I want to do. Could be buy 30 acres and develop it myself and put who I want to in the houses to create generational wealth. It could be, as the mission statement states, to provide affordable houses and not only help a person get into that house, but give them a free year of utilities, a gas card, a gift card to Walmart so they can buy the stuff they need for the house, a furniture package that includes a living room set and 1 bedroom set. And what about groceries to the local grocery store? Here we have Kroger's. They have a family of 3. You go in there, you can calculate how much the average family eats per year. Then they have that card. They go to Kroger's and it has, like, say, $4,000. Those are things they don't have to worry about. Now, guess what it does? That frees up money. It takes some of the burden off of moving in a brand new house. Now they can save money. Then they can put back into their own family or even put into the community. Why'd I say that? Because that's the plan. I'm debating, do I want to do it on this property? It's over here. Back that way. Yes, back that way. I live in an area that I'm helping to develop. Hence, Royal Lineage Development, Inc. But not just building homes. The house, home, whatnot, they say house is not a home and everything. At the end of the day, just a building. But what I see is the potential. To me, more so the home and the house would be the people being in there. And something that's nice, not something that just threw together. As most people that do affordable houses, they just throw them together. Not no slumlord. And pastors in general, especially black pastors, we get a bad name. We as black men get bad names. All I'm doing is I'm leading by example. And if I see that I can help somebody else by sending some information, making a video, whatever it is, to get the attention of the people that I'm trying to get the attention of, then I'm going to do that. What you do with it is what you do with it. There are certain individuals I see. It could still be better. It could still be to the regulations. And there are certain other individuals in that circle, they think it's a joke. They think it's a game. And it's really disrespectful. I'm going to tell you why it's disrespectful, and I'm going to let y'all go. It's disrespectful because if you're showing a disregard for these, what are called raffles, giveaways, like you don't care, then what are you saying about the other people in your circle that do care? I know for a fact that there are certain individuals in this circle that do care and want to do things the right way, but they're torn between it. We're going to put it like that. That's a question that either one has to ask. The ones who do care, why do you want to be continually associated with those in that circle that don't care? They're going to do what they do. I'm going to run it how I want to. I'm going to set it up how I want to. I'm not going to be the better example of doing things the right way. Not only for those in my circle, but everybody that's watching. Everybody that's watching. Everybody that's watching and looking up to these individuals as leaders, regardless if you like it or not. There's a lot of people that look up to them as leaders. And then when one comes crumbling down, oh, see. Now you're affecting all the people that were supporting you. It just doesn't make any sense, man. That's just not wise. It's just not wise. That's just disrespectful. And, for me, as a pastor, I believe the Word of God. And the Word of God says to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I would want somebody to warn me if I were doing something that wasn't set up the way it needs to be set up. Why? Because I wish I had somebody warning me when I was doing the stuff I had no business doing, making and selling counterfeit money, U.S. counterfeit currency, as y'all seen in the other video. I keep it real. Real to Real says he keeps it real. I keep it real too. My name ain't Real to Real. My name is Kingz. But I keep it real. I would want somebody to warn me. Nobody warned me of the consequences of what I was doing. And like I told you before, I was young, 14, 15 years old, wise beyond my years because I understood technology, understood where things were going, and took advantage of it in the wrong way. Nobody there warning me and telling me, hey, this ain't what's up. I wish somebody would have came in the room and beat the brakes off me. What the hell are you doing? No, we're not gonna do this. You wanna do this? Let's put this energy towards something else. That's why I'm speaking, and that's why I'm speaking. I'm speaking now, and what I spoke in the previous videos. But I'm not gonna keep on addressing it. But there were people that was bringing it up like, hey, is this a scam and everything? What are your thoughts on it? Yes, and no. Yes and no. Let's do better, whether you are black or white. We live in a crazy world, man. We live in a crazy world, and people need examples. People need better examples. And that starts individually with each and every one of us. I don't care what you believe. If you don't believe what I believe, I still want the best for you. But I want the best for you in righteousness. There's a difference. I want the best for you. At what cost? I want the best for you in righteousness. So, yeah, kind of like preaching, didn't I? That's what I do. But yeah, I feel like closing it out like I do my sermons. But we're not gonna do that. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm out.